So Lyn, we had the opportunity now to move to the bar area, which is going to be my favorite for sure, and I know yours
Mine
as well.
too. Yep.
Tell me what we're drinking here, because this is very unique to PA RYE Company.
So we are drinking a batched old fashioned. So if you haven't heard the other part of the video yet, Dan and his crew, they batch these old fashions. They actually get put into a keg, and I forget the number he used, how many they sell in a week, but it's a crazy amount. And the thing about these old fashions is they're consistent. That means they're terrific every single time.
That was my first sip, and if that's the consistency every single time, I am sold.
And
These are delicious.
we are supposed to cheers.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Salute. Mm.
You don't have to buy a batch one. If you don't want to buy a batch old fashioned, as you can see behind us, they have a wide selection of bourbons, whiskeys, ryes, whatever you want, they've got it. So you can have them make an old fashioned for you fresh, and it will taste just as good as this with whatever bourbon you'd like.
Yep. It's almost like if they don't have it, you don't need it.
That's right.
Almost. So
that's a good way to put
it. Yes. So that's what I mean. And going in, that the whole thing with these two on tap is consistency and price point, and keeping the prices where they're going to be, not astronomical to afford. Plus, you get a very, very good product consistently. So that kind of leads us into what we were talking about earlier, was price points on homes, repairs, dollar figures, what's good, what's not good. Huge area that a lot of sellers might not know about. What should they do? What should they not do? Leaky faucets, painting.
Yeah.
Lyn, help us out on this one.
So we're talking about just, some little missteps. And those, what could it equate to? Maybe $2,000 in fixes could cost you about $15,000 in a sale. So when you're looking at, when I'm with a buyer and I'm walking through a property and a toilet is continuously running, or a bathtub is drip, 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 or even a smoke alarm, chirp, chirp, chirp.
Yeah.
All those little things are deferred maintenance, and all those little things add up at the end of the day. But what the biggest problem is, from my point of view, is when I'm walking through with the buyer, if you're not willing to fix those little things, what are some of the big things you didn't fix? So, it kind of makes me start to question, okay, and again, we're still in a seller's market.
Yeah.
Not as heavy as it was. We're starting to see things sit a little bit longer. We're seeing price reductions. Heck, I even saw a short sale for the first time a month ago, and that blew my mind.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. So, you really want all those little things to be taken care of. So at the end of the day, you get the biggest bang for your buck.
Yeah.
You get to sell your house for what it's worth, what the market will bear, and hopefully maybe no inspections, because all those little things,
they're not going to nitpick them when they walk through.
And that goes, along the route with painting. We touched on this just a little bit before, but say you had a roof leak, which of course you're going to disclose as a seller, but you've had it repaired, but you never fixed that crack in the ceiling or repainted where the discolorization is. Well, again, that's a red flag to me. I'm looking at that and I'm saying, is it fixed? Then I'm going to the seller's disclosure, and now there's nothing on the disclosure. Wait a minute, was there a leak? When was it? What was it? That's going to open up a whole other can of worms. So again, some of those little things that really, when it comes to repair, are so minimal, add up to a lot of dollars at the end of the day when it comes back to getting what your home is worth.
That's so true. I didn't even think of it that way, because then when I go through, like you're saying, I'm imagining myself walking into a house. All those little things make me think about, oh my gosh, what about the big things then? They didn't keep up with these. How are they going to not?
Well,
that's
and
so
it's,
true.
And look, we live in our homes. We don't hear the toilet running anymore. We don't hear the sink dripping. That's why you hire a professional. That's why you hire a realtor to come in and walk through and just say, hey, what are some of the things I can do to get the most that I can out of my home?
Yes.
And I'm the first to say, my home is by no means perfect. But when I walk into yours, I'm going to see things that you don't see, because you live with them every day.
Absolutely.
You don't see that discolorization in the corner.
Yep. So true.
So
true. You could walk in and you see all those things.
That's it. That's it.
My God, this is such awesome and crucial information that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars.
And it's, there's such little things.
Yes.
There's such little easy fixes. Take care of them early, and then you're ready to go.
Yep. So all those things moving forward with listing your home, again, getting back to what we talked about earlier, doing your homework, looking at the whole picture, fixing things that need to be done, all crucial, listing your home, maximizing your return on investment. So again, guys, this is the person to call if you have any questions on that. This is what she does and why she's so good at it. And we have some other fantastic ideas, especially when you're going to list your home, that we're going to hit on our next video. Make sure you check that out. It's coming up next. So be on the lookout for it. Stay tuned and
Cheers.
salute. These are delicious. You need to get here. That was my first set.